Tony Iommi lead guitar. The Geezer Butler on bass. Bill Ward on drums. And Ozzy Osbourne vocals. This is Black Sabbath.
Thank you very much. We'd like to start off with a number off our album, which is a number called Behind the Wall of Sleep. Thank you.
So that's it, guys. That is Behind the Wall of Sleep. That is the live version taken from the live at the Electric Circus in Switzerland, April 29th, 1970, which was a show that was recorded right before the release of their debut album in the U.S., which was released in June 1970. The album was already released in the UK in 1970, in February, Friday the 13th. And this is a new collector's series. There's a few of them out there. They came out in 2020. It's some live rare recordings in the early Sabbath days, right when they changed the name from Earth to Black Sabbath. And I decided to do a special drum series of stuff from these shows, and this is one of them. And as you can see, that is the kit I believe used at the show, and also the kit used on the debut album. And the show is actually recorded and played about a month or two before the band went to Regent Sound Studios in London to record Black Sabbath, or Paranoid, to record Paranoid. They started recording the second LP, Paranoid, in June 1970. Which this is also the kit used on that album as well. It was used on the first two Black Sabbath albums. It's another cool picture. You can see Bill Ward in that picture at that show has no batter head on the bass drum to make it sound nice and fat. A lot of bands are starting to do that by this point. There's some advertisements of the band and their debut album over here. Another great shot. The poster says, "How come you sold so much Black Sabbath? They just had their #1 single in England. They just had the #1 album in England. They've just started recording a breaking American tour. Your freaky looking customers knew that before you did. But you're not that slow, are you?" It's real small, it's hard to read. That's what the poster says. At their debut album. So yeah, Bill Ward on the Ludwig 60s Gray Ripple color kit. It was just a snare, one tom on the bass drum and one floor tom, 22-inch kick, Zildjian cymbals, Ludwig and Premier hardware, Ludwig Speed King kick pedal, which is the same one I'm using. Apparently that's what he had on this kit. Again, it was their debut album, released in February 1970 in the UK, and then released in June 1970 in the US. There's the bass drum head seen on Bill Ward's Ludwig kit with the debut album logo. You can see in the photo there. And then here's another logo also seen on his kit in some early Black Sabbath pictures on the same kit, right when they changed the name from Earth to Black Sabbath. There's the Ludwig Weathermaster badge, cloud looking badge at the bottom. Notice I put the serial number as 66666. Cool. And you know, again, his kit had the he only had he had a one cymbal really to ride on during this time, and then he had a splash in his hi-hats. That was about it. Sometimes he had another cymbal, like a crash ride, then a ride, then the splash and the hats, something like that. But very small, simple kit for Black Sabbath in the early days. And I had to do another sound check on the kit where I wanted to make the drum kit sound like a loud drum kit being played in like a club or like a bar or like a small hall setting, just like this particular show. And I have the ambience setting on the kit on the dance floor setting, and then on the amplifier I have a little bit of slapback delay just to make the drums sound like they're being played in a again in like a bar or like a club setting. And also the sound quality on this, obviously on this live album that I'm playing, is it's not the greatest because it's like a bootleg recording. And so I really wanted to mimic that bootleg poor quality sound, but also make the playing and the drums sound good. So the other secret weapon I have behind the kit is this, which is my Boss equalizer pedal, or the GE7. It has like a mini soundboard. So I have the drums EQ'd again to make them sound kind of boxy, but also loud and noisy, and like as if a band would sound like in that kind of small club setting or bar setting, because that's where these bands played at in the time before, you know, they were starting to get big, still playing in like small halls and little clubs or bars. And so yeah, so I wanted to give it that bootleg sound. I wanted to make the drums sound different. So again, Behind the Wall Sleep, and again the ending of the song where it goes into that like ba 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 ba, that like real fast bluesy jazz thing, that was originally not put on the original version on the LP. They only did that version when they would play it live. I think the song was played live until about maybe early 71, late 70, and then it was retired. And then didn't come back to the set list with the original lineup until like the 98 reunion album, which was recorded I believe in 96, and then it was brought back again. But it's a great song, Behind the Wall of Sleep. And again, got to end the video with a brand new Black Sabbath shirt just picked up, because you got to be a nerd in the video and you got to make the video look cool. So got to wear the band shirts, and most important, wearing the Converse, just like Bill Ward. Again, I try to make these videos as nerdy as possible. I'm doing it on purpose. So I really appreciate you watching the videos if you like them. More coming. Please subscribe to the channel if you like classic rock stuff. Thanks. Rockstars 92. Thank you.